Welcome to Summary Sphere, your destination for powerful, thought-provoking audiobook summaries that uncover the stories shaping our world. Today, we dive deep into one of the most explosive tech memoirs of recent times, Careless People, a cautionary tale of power, greed, and lost idealism, written by former Meta executive Sarah Wynne Williams. Let's begin. Careless People isn't just a memoir, it's a warning about what happens when innovation loses its conscience and the people with power forget their responsibility to humanity. Sarah Wynne Williams, once a high-ranking policy executive at Facebook, now Meta, spent 6 years inside one of the world's most powerful tech companies, witnessing how ambition, greed, and idealism often collide. This book is her inside story, raw, direct, and filled with revelations. It begins in 2011. Sarah joins Facebook with hope, believing in its mission to connect the world. She saw a platform that promised to empower, to unite, and to give people a voice. But as the company grew into a tech giant, she saw the cracks form. In private meetings, she watched as Mark Zuckerberg pursued deals that risked compromising democratic values, most shockingly with China. Zuckerberg, as Wynne Williams claims, was deeply invested in breaking into the Chinese market, so much so that internal teams developed censorship tools that could potentially comply with Chinese Communist Party standards. And here's the kicker. These efforts were hidden from U.S. authorities. Let that sink in. A company that prides itself on openness, quietly building systems to help an authoritarian regime? But that's not all. One of the darkest chapters in this memoir is Facebook's involvement in Myanmar. Sarah describes how the platform became a tool for hate speech, fueling ethnic violence against the Rohingya Muslims. She pushed leadership to act, but time and again they were too slow, too cautious, too concerned about profit. Inside Facebook, the culture wasn't as shiny as its image. Sarah speaks openly about the non-toxic internal environment, where gender discrimination, sexual harassment, and mobbing were quietly tolerated. She recounts being silenced, ignored, and at times retaliated against men for raising ethical concerns. Executives like Sheryl Sandberg and Joel Kaplan come under scrutiny for their roles in creating a workplace where power protected power. Despite it all, Sarah stayed. Why? Because like many idealists in Silicon Valley, she believed she could change things from the inside. But when the Cambridge Analytica scandal hit, when our elections were manipulated, when democracies trembled under the weight of viral disinformation, she realized it wasn't a glitch, it was the system itself. In her final chapters, Sarah calls for a moral awakening in tech. She asks a painful, necessary question. What happens when the people building the future stop caring about the consequences? Her answer? We get careless people. And careless people can break the world. Careless People is not just a memoir. It's a mirror to our digital age. It reflects a story we all are part of, as users, as citizens, and as humans navigating a world shaped by invisible algorithms and unchecked power. If you care about privacy, democracy, and the soul of the internet, this book is a must-listen. Thank you for listening to Summary Sphere, where stories speak louder than headlines. We bring you powerful audiobook summaries that inform, inspire, and invite you to think deeper. If you enjoyed this summary and want more books like this, hit the subscribe button, tap the bell icon, and help us grow this community of thoughtful listeners. See you in the next one. Until then, stay curious.